So, have you ever tried to start a new habit, really go for it, only to give up like a week later? Yeah, me too. Today, we're going to break down a super simple three-step guide that can help you make changes that actually stick. Let's jump right in. You know that feeling, right? That sudden burst of energy where you decide, okay, that's it. Starting Monday, everything changes. You get this big plan together to totally transform your life.
And that list of goals just gets longer and longer. It feels amazing in the moment, doesn't it? But here's the thing. Trying to become a whole new person overnight, it's just a recipe for burnout. It's way too much, way too fast. So what's a better way to do this?
Well, that brings us to step one, and it's all about starting small. I know it sounds almost too simple, but being realistic is seriously the foundation for any habit you want to last for more than just a couple of days.
A realistic person just gets it. They know they only have so much time and so much energy in a day. So instead of trying to change everything all at once, they improve bit by bit. They're playing the long game.
Okay, so how do you actually do this start small thing? It's a simple little process. First, grab a piece of paper and make two lists. One for good habits you want to start, and another for the bad ones you want to stop. Next, look at your lists and put them in order. What's the most important thing for you right now? And finally, and this is the key, pick just one or two habits to focus on. That's it, just one or two.
And hey, here's a pro tip to make this even easier. Instead of just stopping a bad habit, try replacing it with a good one. For example, let's say you watch way too much TV. You could decide that when you get home from work, you'll call a friend or a relative instead of grabbing the remote. See? You're filling that old habit's time slot with something way better. So once you've picked your focus, it's time for step two, shaping your space. This is a big one. Your environment, the places you are and the people you're with, it has a massive impact on your habits.
The main idea here is really simple, but it is so powerful. You want to make the path to your good habits super smooth and easy, and at the same time, make the path to your bad habits tricky and full of roadblocks. You're basically designing your world to help you win.
Let's break that down. How do you make a good habit easier? Well, if you want to exercise in the morning, don't just hope you'll feel like it. The night before, lay out your workout clothes right next to your bed. That way, when you wake up, half the work is already done for you. The easier it is to start, the more likely you are to actually do it. Now, on the flip side, you've got to make those bad habits harder. Want to stop eating junk food? The solution is simple. Get it out of the house. If it's not in your kitchen, you'd have to actually get up, go to the store, and buy it. That extra effort makes a huge difference. And this applies to people, too. We really do become like the people we hang out with, so it's smart to spend a little less time with friends who might encourage those habits you're trying to break.
There's this piece of ancient wisdom that just sums this up perfectly. Being shrewd here just means thinking ahead. By shaping your space, you're seeing the dangers, those temptations, and you're getting out of their way before they can even get to you.
But look, even with the best plans in the world, things don't always go perfectly, do they? And that brings us to our last, and honestly, maybe the most important step. You've started small, you've shaped your space, but what happens when you slip up? This is where you have to embrace the setback.
Let's say your goal is to exercise 3 times a week. Your real-life progress might look a little something like this. Some weeks, you nail it. Other weeks, you miss a day. Or maybe you only get to it once. Progress is never a perfect straight line. It's usually a bit messy.
So in this example, it took 5 weeks to really make that habit stick. Now I know that can feel like forever when you're in the middle of it, but once you've reached that goal, you'll be so glad you didn't give up. There's a really powerful saying that just captures this idea of persistence. It starts like this: and he will get up again. And that's it. That's the whole game. What matters in the end isn't that you fell, it's that you got back up.
So the trick here is to completely change how you think about a setback. It is not a total failure. It's just information. Instead of beating yourself up, focus on what went right. Ask yourself, okay, when did I succeed this week and what was different then? How can I do more of that? This way, you're learning from your wins instead of getting stuck on your mistakes.
And there you have it, the 3-step plan. Now let's just do a quick recap so you have your toolkit ready to go.
Your toolkit for change is this simple. Number 1, be realistic and start small. Number 2, manage your environment. Make the good stuff easy and the bad stuff hard. And number 3, take the long view. Don't let a few bumps in the road throw you off course.
And that really brings us to the most important part, actually doing something. So, I have a question for you.
Thinking about your day, your home, your space, what is one good habit you can make just a tiny bit easier, starting right now?